everybody, I am Kimbo and I blog at A Girl in a Glue Gun, and I wanted to take this Friday, my kids are out of school and I only have 3 more school days left, and so I can't imagine getting a lot of quiet time to do Facebook Live video, so I feel like I gotta utilize my time. So I wanted to show you guys heat transfer vinyl. So a lot of people know what the regular sticky back adhesive vinyl is. I mean, the craze kind of came through, and I think everybody has a vinyl sitting on their wall somewhere or on something. But a lot of people don't know what heat transfer is, and it's so addicting. I love it so much. So I was gonna start by showing you guys some of the really cool projects I've made, and then we'll dive into how to do it. So, all right, so it can be applied to most fabrics. I mean, I think it depends on the fabric, but most cottons are good. So this one's layered. There's a gold adhesive underneath, and then this is the glitter. I've put it on a hat. That's the bag. I just showed that bag on Instagram. It was the weeding nightmare. So weeding is pulling out all of these parts of the design that isn't part of the design. So all this black area. So this took me, oh, and look, I totally missed it out. This took me a couple Netflix shows to get through to finish all this. So it was kind of a labor of love, but it turned out awesome. I really like how it looks. I have used heat transfer vinyl. This is on leather. So I ironed it on and then just cut out around it. So those are some cute earrings. A little clutch. This black is all heat transfer. I've thrown it on a baby blanket. Think you could do cute initials or a monogram. This glitter is just, the best part about this glitter is that it's so stinking shiny. And you know the people that hate glitter because it gets everywhere, but this does not come off at all. Like, there's no glitter. So dish towels, picture me rolling, frying pans, don't flip out. Oh, I'm not done yet. We've got clothes. So these are the ones that have all been on the blog. So I put polka dots on the sleeves. This one's layered, so the brown's underneath, and then I layered the neon and then the glitter over. This one I made the shirt or the dress for my daughter. So I added a little tag in the back so she knew which way was the back, because that always seems to be her problem. Let me pull this one out. So this one I hand cut that. So you don't even need a cutter. You can totally use scissors. I just was too lazy to try to come up with the design, and it was like 11:30 the night before her birthday. So, and then there's an apron, and I've made more shirts for my son. So this one was really fun. I gave all of my sisters the same wording. It said, "I am the favorite daughter," because that's what we keep fighting about. And then we all showed up on Christmas, and everybody got to kind of adjust it accordingly. So I added, "I am the most favoritist daughter ever," and my other sister wrote, "I am the favorite daughter, Mom and Dad said so," and then my sister-in-law put daughter-in-law. So it was really fun to all have the same shirts, but they were all different. And then let me show you the pillows. So these are some of my favorite pillows I've made. I actually just hot glued the pom-poms all around. Super glittery, super fun. This triangle one, I hand cut those. So the gray is actually the fabric and everything else is heat transfer vinyl. I've added a cute little airplane. I also hand cut the polka dots. And then I made these lips. It was on the blog, I think in February, January. But they are my favorite. They're so sparkly. And I wanted to show you this XOXO is actually a paper punch by Fiskars. So you can use paper punches, a Sizzix machine, kind of whatever you want. So those are some projects. It's like I said, it's super fun. You know those shirts are so popular that have the really fun saying, "Oh, I'm actually wearing one," except for I think it's backwards. It says, "Don't follow your dreams, follow my blog." This shirt had another logo on it. You can kind of see the rounded corners. So I layered the big piece of vinyl and then layered on top of it. So, like I said, it's really fun. Those graphic shirts are really fun. So I actually just find plain t-shirts that I love, and then I buy them in like every color so I can make some fun t-shirts. And it's to the point where my daughter's like, I just need a white shirt, just a plain white shirt. It doesn't need to have vinyl on it, just a plain white shirt. So I maybe need to like take a step back from the heat transfer. But I wanted to show you. So I get all of my heat transfer from Expressions Vinyl. It is my favorite place. They have so many colors and so many different varieties, and it's really inexpensive, and the quality is just amazing. So I got sample kits. So sample kits are like the little packs of what they have. So this is all just adhesive. So this is the sticky. I mean, look at these. This is all just regular, like nothing, just regular, right? Crazy. And then they have glitter, they have pattern, polka dots, neon, these fun metals. And then I know I'm even missing some because they have etched, they have chalkboard, they have glitter transparent. I mean, a ton. And then these are the heat transfer ones. And then I don't have the stretch sample kits. So they have stretch heat transfer, which is really great for like workout wear, headbands, like if a baby onesie, you got those chubby babies, and you got to put it over. Anything that's going to have a lot of stretch to it. So there's glitter. And the sample kits are awesome because they tell you exactly what color. And you kind of think, I don't need sample kits, but then you get into it and you realize there's 2 different colors of gold and you can't figure out which gold you like. So they're really a lifesaver. They're really not that expensive. Look at this holographic though. It's some of my favorite. Isn't it shiny? Okay, so that's where I buy my heat transfer from. I'll leave a link in the description once I stop talking. Hopefully soon. So let me show you. Expressions Vinyl also has this awesome chart that tells you there's a cut one for Cricut, the Cricut Explorer, and then the Silhouette that tells you the speed, the thickness, and the blade depth, and then how to iron it on. So they've made it pretty idiot proof, which I appreciate, being an idiot. But this is, so I use a Silhouette Cameo. That's what I love, and I love it because you can use all your fonts with it. I guess I won't have you start the screen. You can use all your fonts with it, and if anybody knows me, you know I have like a ridiculous amount of fonts. I love fonts. So I love that I can use all the fonts that I have. So anything that I'm crushing on, I can use it. It also has an amazing trace feature. So like my brother-in-law started a business, and you can trace his logo and make t-shirts and that kind of thing. You can trace any image that you can find, but I do want to mention, like, I don't sell anything. It's just for me and my kids. So I kind of like I have did a Batman shirt, but I want you guys to be careful. You know, there's a lot of copyright and stuff like that. So be careful about tracing images. They also have a really cool online store. So they have amazing designers that come and design things for them, and you can buy them. They're usually 99 cents. Sometimes they have really awesome sales, 50 cents. I mean, it's kind of just awesome. How many times can I say awesome in a video? I hope someone's keeping track. I'll try to shut up. So this one's no, that one's not my library. This is my library. So they give you a free one each week, and then I've bought in a few here and there, but nothing spectacular. So they're really fun. Here's the trick with heat transfer vinyl. See, look, you can adjust your size, all that kind of jazz. The trick with heat transfer vinyl is that you're actually cutting on the back. So a regular adhesive, you cut on the front. On the heat transfer, you're going to be cutting on the back side, and I'll show you why in a minute. But you're going to want to right click and flip horizontal. You have to cut everything backwards, and that is the biggest pain in the butt to remember. You think it's like, that's super simple. I could totally do that. No, it's the simplest thing that everybody forgets. So that's the only hard part about it, I feel like. But if you're doing a heart or a star or something that's not directional, you don't have to flip. So it's not even that big of a deal unless you're doing words or something that has to face. So look, I'm gonna Cam Rules. I almost spelled that wrong. And then I can just go through my fonts. Let me make it dark for you. See, I mean, it's really, I don't know how many of you guys have a cutter or have played around, but it is really addicting. Like if I did nothing else, I could probably just cut vinyl all day, every day. So let me show heat transfer vinyl real fast. So this is a gold, and this is the back. So you can tell the back is a little bit more dull. It's usually the same color, just duller. And then you're gonna load it upside down. Yeah, I'm glad it's easy to flip back and forth. You're gonna load it upside down in your cutter, whatever you're using. So see, shiny backwards, and that's why you're gonna mirror the image or flip horizontal. I think I've heard it both ways. And then after you cut it, I was gonna cut one live, but the cutter's loud and it takes a while, and so I thought I would save you. You know, I'm sure this is gonna run long anyway, so I thought I would save you. But after you cut it, you're gonna weed it. So weeding, like I said, is pulling away all the part of it that's not part of the design. So this is gonna say, black is the new black. And it's the holographic, which you can't tell. So there is a carrier sheet over the front. This is what protects it from the iron. So the iron can go directly on this and protects the vinyl. And that's why you have to cut on the back, because you don't want to cut through this clear plastic sheet. You don't have to remember the name carrier sheet. I think I only know that because I'm obsessed with vinyl. But it's just the clear plastic sheet, and you don't want to cut through it. And you're just going to want to peel up. I don't know how to show you this one-handed. We'll see. Talented I am. So this is, it's called a Caesar weeding tool, and you're just going to use it to pull up. And so this is not even sticky at all. The heat transfer isn't sticky. And so it is actually way better to weed. It is tricky with one hand. Way better to weed than sticky vinyl, because sticky vinyl, it'll fall down and it will stick to part of the design, and then you're peeling it up and it's just not going to work. See? But this is a little bit sticky, which is nice because you can put it on your project. I'm just making a mess. On your project, and it kind of stays put. So try to make sure that before I go over and iron something on, that I address anything. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So let me make sure my iron's still warm. Okay, so here's some lips. So like the lips, like I said, this one I didn't have to flip because it looks the same one way or the other. So this is the back side. You can tell it's not nearly as shiny as the front. And I've got my project. So I hit my project with an iron first. It gets out any extra moisture and it gets out wrinkles, and it just makes it feel nice and warm. Not that that's part of it, I just like that part. And then you're gonna place this where you want it. So it's facing up. The carrier sheet's over it, and you've got it where it is. And that's what I love, like it's kind of stuck in there, so if you lift it up, it's not really gonna fall off, but you can totally reposition it. Which is also, if you've done sticky vinyl, adhesive vinyl, you got like a one shot at making it perfect. And this one, you're like, do I want it here? Do I want it here? So you can totally play around. So I'm gonna do it right there. And we'll see how this goes ironing with one hand. So I have my iron. It's right in between the 3 and the 4. And you wanna cover the whole design. So if it's a big, huge design, you are gonna do each section. And I do each section for 15 seconds, and I press to the point where my arm is sore. The pressing is what's really going to keep it from pilling up. A lot of people have problems with like maybe a corner pilling up after they wash it, but it's because they probably didn't press. And I was not counting. Did anybody count 15 seconds? Is that good? We'll see. So here's how you know if it's good. You're going to take the carrier sheet and you're going to peel it up. And if it's, see how easy it's coming off? That means it's probably all stuck on there. Now some vinyl is a cold peel, which means you can't peel the carrier sheet up. Look how cute that is. You can't I can't speak. You can't peel the carrier sheet up until it's cooled down all the way. I think the holographic is that way. It's mostly the specialty vinyl. And then you can also, like I said, you can layer designs. So you would do you do like 3 seconds and get that first layer pressed down. And then you would peel up your carrier sheet and place the next layer and press it. I mean, there's lots of really cool tips and tricks once you like dive into heat transfer. The layering really makes it cool. Like you can really make some awesome designs. You just want to be careful that The iron doesn't touch the vinyl at all because it will melt it. That's why the carrier sheets are so awesome. And a lot of people are really scared about ironing directly onto the carrier sheet, but that's the purpose of it, is for the iron. And if it melts the carrier sheet, your iron's way too hot. So do a little test run before. And you can't layer glitter. Glitter's really thick. I don't know if so glitter is has a lot more thickness to it. So you can't layer, and plus it's got a little bit of a texture. So you can't layer on top of glitter. Glitter can be on top, but you can't layer on top of glitter. So I think, all right, I'm trying to see if there's any questions that I missed real fast. Just stare at my face. Okay, I don't see any questions. So let me know if you guys have. So I'll link to Expressions Vinyl, where I get the vinyl from, because it's one of my favorite places, hands down, to shop. Like, they have the most colors, the price is right. I actually, in a pinch, I think it was like the day before Christmas Eve, I had to cut something out of black vinyl. So I ran to the craft store and bought something, and it was the crappiest. Like, I probably said some bad words because I could not get it to work. It was so thin and flimsy, and it was horrible. So it's really all about the quality. I mean, that's going to make you love it or hate it. If you're messing around with some less than quality good heat transfer or sticky vinyl, then you're going to be like, I'm never using that again. So make sure to get the good stuff. So I'll link up to that. And thank you guys for watching. All right, we'll see you guys.